Showtime, MP. True ballers only.
Welcome, everyone. A little extra excitement for you tonight. It's the first game of the NBA Cup. And tonight we've got the Milwaukee Bucks playing against the Atlanta Hawks. This is Brian Anderson, Coach Stan Van Gundy, and the Hall of Famer Grant Hill here with me at the table, and Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines. And a look at the injury situation. A lot of bodies absent for this team tonight, including a big name.
Yeah, their injury issues are apparent. Finner on the bench and the starting lineup. That's a lot to overcome.
Now the opening lineup for Atlanta. They've got DeAndre Hunter. Onyeka Okongwu is out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's Roddy in at the power forward. And for the Bucks, as always, it's Middleton and Giannis at the forward spots. Then there's Damian Lillard. Then it's Steven Adams. And it's the mayor in at the shooting guard position. And with this being the first game of their NBA Cup campaign, the goal is to make it out of the group stage.
Yeah, B.A. We get 4 teams in each conference that make it. It's the 3 group winners plus a wild card. One thing to keep in mind, point differential could be key in advancing.
So the Bucks win the tip. Well, as the saying goes, gotta give the people what they want. MP is looking to reward his hometown fans' dedication by putting on a show. And most importantly, bringing home a win. Not just tonight, but he's determined to win a ton here at home.
Yeah, MP is making a point. Protect the home floor, establishing a home court advantage, and that's something this team wants to get set in stone. MP hopes this is a goal that will be adopted by every player on his team for a season-long effort.
Here's the mayor. Adams a screen. The mayor passes to Adams. Now out of Kumpo. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. And this is a player who's been giving his all. Our Eastern Conference Player of the Week.
No questions, he has been on fire. He's really showing us what the complete package looks like for a shooting guard. Getting points, but also doing a lot off ball to affect the game.
Here's Bufkin. Here's Daniels. And he buries his first look.
Inside, Daniels really uses his agility, getting nimble to find himself a shot.
Pass to the mayor. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Out to Lillard. 4-3. On target from range.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
The Hawks have gone 1 for 3 so far. And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter. Knocks down the long J.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And whenever Adams is aggressive on offense, it helps big time, especially when he's dunking it hard inside.
And Atlanta with possession here. This game against Milwaukee here. It's their first meeting of the season.
Oh, they dominated this team a season ago. They beat them every time they played.
Yeah, these teams were in two completely different categories last year, but hopefully the season series this year is much more competitive.
The Bucks have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Here's the mayor. We saw him with 39 points last game. And Damian Lillard gets a 3. Lillard's got 6.
Well, early in this game, they've made one good play after another.
Well, Grant, there are few players in the league who can attack a defense from the logo, but Lillard is one of them.
Yeah, and he makes it look so easy. You have to pick him up at the half-court line, and it's been that way for about a decade.
6 on the shot clock. Antetokounmpo with the block.
Giannis puts his touch on every aspect of the game. Big reach on display that time.
Pass to Adams. Here's the mayor. Adams a screen with the drive. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Here's Bufkin after the basket by Milwaukee on the other end. Hunter, a screen on Lillard. Here's Bufkin. Lays it up and banks it in. 5 points in the game.
The shots are certainly falling for him here in the early stages.
Screen by Antetokounmpo. The mayor passes to Antetokounmpo. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. It's on Onyeka Okongwu. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
And another thing, they found the open man. Really playing unselfish basketball, moving the ball around there on the perimeter.
Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis's career, he had to work not just on his game, but his attitude.
And that's true, B.A. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it. Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Pass to Okongwu. Here's Daniels. Inside. Here's Roddy. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. And already, Coach, some teams have found their rhythm, while some others seem to be way off to start.
Well, Brian, that can be for a lot of different reasons. Maybe you've changed your system from the year before. Maybe you've changed your roster significantly. Maybe you have some guys who didn't come in as ready as they could be due to conditioning or injury. Every situation, every team has a different set of challenges.
Pass to the mayor. It's Middleton on the wing. Hunter covering. Antetokounmpo, the pass to the mayor. Let's go with a 3. Okongwu with the rebound.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
And that one drops. Daniels has got his 3rd bucket of the night. Milwaukee leading by 4. To the paint. Here's Lillard. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
Here's Bufkin, defended by Lillard. Okongwu. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
Not the tallest center in the league. He more than makes up for it with those crazy hops.
Here's the mayor. Here's Adams. Pass to the mayor. Beyond the arc. He drops it from range. The mayor's got 5 now.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Here's Hunter. It's hauled in by the mayor.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
Now here's Middleton. Yet to see a basket. The Mayor passes to Adams. Shot clock at 6. The Bucks need to get up a shot here. Back to Antetokounmpo. Hey, expanding his range. The rebound by Atlanta. Well, they put up a nice win against Chicago last time out.
And at the offensive end, they were lights out in that game. They found all sorts of ways to punish the D.
Yeah, and for a coach, seeing your schemes clicking like that is very rewarding.
Here's Bufkin. He's coming off a 13-point game against Chicago.
And he did a lot of work on the glass as well. He impacted the game on multiple fronts.
The Mayor passes to Lillard. And here is Antetokounmpo. Okongwu with the rebound. Hawks trail by 7. Right wing. Here's Bufkin. And once again, off the mark by Atlanta. On the take. And they pick up 2. 7 points in the game.
Well, what a quarter he's had. You can tell he's in the flow. They should be looking for him every possession.
Launches it. Can't connect. Now 2 of 6 for the game.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
Lillard outside. Pass to the Mayor. To the inside. He hits it just before the shot clock expires. And now an 11-point Milwaukee lead. Atlanta's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Group getting ready for the Hawks. Harper, he's checked in for Roddy. Krejci. Make substitutions, and Doc Rivers calls timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Down low. Here's Rizachet. Nice. Gets his second bucket. He's 2 for 4 now.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Coach, when you talk about the Atlanta Hawks, you got to start with Trey Young.
One of the most exciting players to watch in the NBA, Brian. He can shoot the ball from anywhere on the floor. He's a great ball handler and one of the most creative passers in the game.
And Atlanta, looking at who they've got. We got Rizachet. He's out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Jeffries in at the 5. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Well, the Mayor in the last matchup against the Warriors was tremendous. He had 39 points, and he was dialed in from long distance. But remember, he also was great on the stripe. His numbers from that game jump off the stat sheet. He was just superb. Guys, let's see if he can do it again.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how much of that performance carries over into this one.
His goal is to provide whatever the team needs from him on that particular evening.
Well, I'm sure he's coming in with a lot of confidence after last game. He wants to have a repeat performance here tonight.
Here's the Mayor. He has 7. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Here's the Mayor. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Just 5 to shoot. Left side Payne. The rebound by Atlanta. They'll be playing host to New Orleans for their next one. That'll be the first of 3 games played at home. Here's Rizachet. Here's Roddy. Here's VanVleet. Uncovered. Rizachet, no good.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
And he's been an ideal teammate tonight. He's really creating plenty of looks with his passing.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. And you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
Hunter can't get it to go. Milwaukee in the lead. Here's the mayor. He takes it in. Oh, he packs it down.
That is incredible.
And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk. Oh, doing damage above the rim. That was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And here's Van Vliet. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Pass to Rizachet. Here's Harper. Adams covering. Over to the wing. Here's Harper. 5 to shoot. And the basket by Van Vliet. Van Vliet's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, Van Vliet likes to work up close and personal at the basket, always ready to take it inside.
And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Chris Middleton's checked in for Milwaukee. Lillard comes in for Payne. Our 2K leaderboard focusing on last year's three-point shooting leaders. Number 1, Damian Lillard.
Distance shooters are so accurate these days. It's a real honor to have topped that list.
The mayor passes to Lillard. And here's Adams to the middle. Here's the mayor. He's got 9. Lillard outside. Pass to the mayor. There's the steal. Here's Hunter. And finished off by Hunter.
From right in close, DeAndre Hunter.
Here's the mayor. Hunter covering. Here's Middleton. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Atlanta's gone 2 of 5 from distance here in the second quarter. Here's Okongwu. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. Here's Watson. Rebounded by Daniels. Daniels has got 4 rebounds now. Coach, there's an interesting story about Watson's draft experience.
Yeah, the story is, Brian, that the Nuggets were willing to trade to move up to get him. That's how much they thought of him. They weren't able to do that, but they were able to get him with the final pick of the first round anyway.
This goes to show you how important scouting is.
And luck.
We've seen him make that shot, but not all that often.
Well, that's the shot where if you make it, everything's fine. But if not, you're going to hear about it.
And with today's switching defensive style, versatile wing players are tremendously in demand, Coach.
Yeah, well, position now, Brian, comes down to who can you guard. And guys that can guard 3, 4, 5 different positions, those 6'7", 6'8" guys are often able to do that, and they are extremely valuable.
And he's good on the second. The Hawks leading. Here's Buffkin. He's got 5. Pass to Okongwu. And here's Hunter for 3. Hits the trifecta. Hunter's got 5 points in the quarter.
A dead-eye catch-and-shoot guy. Hunter is someone you have to run off his shots.
Here's the mayor. 9 points in the game. Lillard looking around. 6 to shoot. Oh, great work by Lillard in the paint.
It doesn't matter where he is on the floor. Lillard is a walking bucket.
Pass to Daniels. Outside Hunter. Here's Robbie. The Hawks need to get one up here. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Lillard passes to the mayor. Knocked away. Lillard outside. Pass to the Mayor. Drives to the hoop, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
And Atlanta has possession. After the basket by Milwaukee on the other end. Daniels. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
Incredible work right there on the glass. Just doing all he can to extend that lead.
Hey, once you got him on the ropes, keep swinging away.
Yeah, this is the spot where coaches want you to be relentless. Don't even give them a glimpse of hope.
Here's Bufkin. Pass to Roddy. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
And their offensive execution has really picked up here in the second period.
Here's the Mayor. He's got 11. Adams a screen. Here's the Mayor. They get it back. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
Milwaukee shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. And he sinks the second. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome. All right, guys, let's break it down. It has not been the ideal start for the Milwaukee Bucks.
They're letting that team fire away from deep, and it's not doing them any favors. Something got to change, Jet.
Yeah, hard to win when you're giving guys all day to shoot.
All right, let's turn now to take a look at how the Eastern Conference is shaping up.
When I look at Milwaukee, they've had some hiccups early on, but I don't think that takes away from the potential of this team. With their talent and coaching, they could easily mount a challenge for the top spot before it's over.
Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Middleton and Giannis, the longtime forward duo. Then it's Steven Adams. Then there's Damian Lillard. And it's the Mayor in at the 2. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Here's Bufkin. 5 on the clock. It's not going to go for him. Great D that time from Middleton. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, the Bucks creating an elite tandem last season, pairing Giannis with Damian Lillard, who said people wanted to just click right away, but when you put two guys together who have always had the ball in their hands, it's going to take time to learn how to play off of one another. It's about making sure we continue to grow. B.A.?
That's a good perspective, Allie. Thanks. Here's Daniels following the score by Milwaukee. To the paint. Here's Hunter. Comes up empty down low. The Bucks trail by 4. The Mayor passes to Adams. Ooh, and Adams, strong finish.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
And Atlanta with possession here. The Bucks getting their last shot to go. Daniels, that one's true.
Well, Daniels has good length, so this close in, he can use that to his advantage.
Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. And Giannis with the jam.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. For Atlanta, they've gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Okongwu, a screen on Lillard. Down low. Ooh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
Get it, young fella. Dyson Daniels has a lot of tools, showing his hops on that one.
Middleton passes to the mayor. Here's Antetokounmpo. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
Here's Daniels. He's got 10. To the inside, Okongwu. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Adams has got rebound number 7 tonight.
Gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
The mayor passes to Adams, shoots over Okongwu, and it's Adams missing.
Well, I know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Here's Roddy. Antetokounmpo covering. Okongwu, a screen on Lillard. Here's Buffkin. 5 points in the game. And again, it's Atlanta.
Yeah, a complete offensive player. Daniels can set people up, and he can knock down shots.
The mayor passes to Adams. The rebound by Atlanta. Okongwu's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Roddy, the pass to Daniels. There's the drive, up and in on the layup. And now it's a 6-point Hawks lead.
And you know Coach loves seeing his offense operate at this level. Great passing out there.
And Coach, with Okongwu adding a 3 to his game, it's hard to keep him off the floor now.
It is, Brian, and he can do a lot for a team when he plays. He can now spread out the floor. He can guard multiple positions. But the main thing Okongwu does is he is all over the glass.
Here's Daniels. Rebound by Middleton. Here's the mayor. He's got 13. Inside, Antetokounmpo. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
And you can see early on that Giannis wanted to be aggressive. I mean, he's taken over at the offensive end.
Here's Daniels. He's got 14. Pass to Roddy. Outside Hunter. Here's Roddy. Antetokounmpo covering. Looking to get back on track. Again, Atlanta.
Well, maybe the defense thinks they can live with that, but he's pretty consistent from that mid-range area.
The mayor passes to Antetokounmpo. Oh, the strength of Giannis.
Gotta appreciate the decisiveness of Giannis. Rolling with purpose after setting the screen.
Here's Buffkin, defended by Lillard. Picked up by Okongwu. And here's Hunter from the arc. Giannis with the rebound. Antetokounmpo's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Okongwu. The mayor passes to Antetokounmpo. It's stolen by Okongwu. Here's Hunter. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Look, he's a lengthy wing who can defend multiple positions and space the floor. Hunter has a lot of value in this league.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Atlanta.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
Yeah, all game long, they've been also playing well inside in the paint. Lots of points are coming their way thanks to them attacking the interior.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Watson's checked in. Fred VanVleet is checked in for Atlanta. Here's the mayor. 13 points in the game. Here's Antetokounmpo. For 3, here's Lillard. Doesn't drop. He's 4 for 5. The Hawks lead by 6. Van Vliet with it. Give him 8 points now. No coverage that time. Hunter's got 13.
And Hunter can really do damage from deep. The defense has to get out on him.
The Mayor passes to Lillard. Oh, tough shot, Lillard. And Atlanta with possession here. Van Vliet outside. Counted. 10 points for him.
Yeah, look at the strength from Van Vliet. Not the biggest, but wouldn't be denied.
Here's the Mayor, guarded by Okongwu. Picked it. Here we go. Daniels, that one's true. And now it's an 11-point Atlanta lead.
An aggressive move to a strong finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Now here's Watson. Over to the left wing. Got a piece of it, and out of bounds. The Hawks will have it. All right, now that we have a second, let's take a look at which teams cashed in on the fast break last year. Number 5, the Hawks.
They would just push the ball at every opportunity, even when defenders had already gotten back.
Smith, he's checked in for the Bucks. Jackson comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Van Vliet misses. The Bucks trail by 11. Here's the Mayor. 13 points in the game. Here's Watson. Banked it in off the glass.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
Atlanta has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Here's Van Vliet. And that basket makes him 5 for 10. Steady production so far.
Well, it doesn't get any easier than this. They'll take these shots every time.
Here's the Mayor. Pass to Smith. Now here's Lillard, guarded by Van Vliet. Jackson with a screen on Van Vliet. 4 on the clock. Lillard fires away from way outside. Had a miss there on the triple.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving him.
And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. And out on the wings, Zach Rizachet has so many things. Here's the Mayor to the inside. And it's Antetokounmpo with the miss. On the court for the Hawks, we've got Fred Van Vliet, and it's Jeffries in at the 4. And the basket by Van Vliet.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Here's the Mayor. Pass to Watson. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. You were there, Stan, in Miami at the inception of Heat culture. Give us a taste of it.
Well, it's a little bit overblown in one way, in that everyone basically wants people who work hard and get in shape and compete. The difference maybe with the Heat is they just have a lower tolerance for players who don't meet their standards.
First free throw is good. He's perfect from the line this time. And Van Vliet has got the ball here for the Atlanta Hawks. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. That one goes. Count it. And here's Milwaukee now. Down by 15. And after this one, they're at home against Philadelphia. That'll be the second of a 2-game stretch at home. Into the lane. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. First one falls for him. And Grant, with the 65 games rule for player awards, it did seem there was a real reduction in load management.
Yeah, B.A., and I liked it. The Stars played more early on. but we also saw a lot of them get banged up by the playoffs. So it seems there's still a balance to be struck.
Hunter's checked in for the Hawks. Here's Rizachet. This one for three. Watson with the rebound.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Here's the mayor. Sends it home from three-point land.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Now here's Van Vliet from outside the arc. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 12 now. Oh, come on, Giannis. Unreal.
Beyond belief. I mean, such a creative talent. And I'm not surprised to see Giannis get flashy on the finish.
And how about our AT&T 5G slam cam? Couldn't have captured that play any better. The Hawks lead by 8. Van Vliet outside. Pass to Hunter. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Back to Van Vliet. Just 5 on the clock. Over Payne. And the shot falls short that time. The Bucks have gotten 5 shots out of 9 to go in this fourth. Here's the mayor. There's a screen. Payne, the pass to the mayor. Kicks it out to Jackson. Screen by Antetokounmpo. And here's Payne outside. Hunter with the rebound. Atlanta's gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. Van Vliet against Payne. To the middle. Here's Harper. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. The Bucks trail by 8. Here's the mayor. And that one is stuffed right through.
Big time two-hand slam.
And right on top of the defender, too. That's got to feel good. Boy, you love how guys are making plays for one another here.
Yeah, just a balanced attack, a total team effort.
Pass to Krejci. Now here's Hunter. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. In transition, here they come. Here's Jackson. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Personal foul.
And we've seen some good free throw shooting in the second half.
At the line for Milwaukee, Jackson. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Milwaukee making some changes. Steven Adams comes in for Watson. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Payne. And so Jackson nails both of them. The Hawks lead by 4. And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. Milwaukee making a switch here. Middleton's checked in. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, well, Quinn Snyder was just reviewing the plan with the team. Coach had a direct message from the team saying no matter the lead, no NBA game is ever over. Do not let your guard down. We'll see if they hold on.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Here's Bufkin. Four on the clock. They still need this. Atlanta again missing.
Sometimes it's just not your night. Fortunately, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Adams a screen. The mayor passes to Adams. Ooh, and Adams, strong finish.
Credit the hard work coming back. They're doing their best to steal this game.
Yeah, look, they've shown great resolve to work their way back into this one, but they're not done yet. They're going to have to grind it out.
Pass to Daniels. And here's a Kungwu. Roddy, the pass to Daniels. Here's Buffkin. Nails it from beyond the arc. And the Hawks lead by 5.
He's taking what he can get here as a 3 in each half.
Screen by Antetokounmpo. Kicks it out to Middleton. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Buffkin, defended by Lillard. To the paint. Here's Daniels. And he throws it down with one hand.
Great to see things coming together for Daniels offensively. He's found a good flow here.
The Mayor can't get it to go. The Hawks lead by 7. Lillard comes with a double. Pass to Daniels. Here's Roddy. And it's off from three-point range.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Adams a screen. Here's the Mayor. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Down low. Here's Daniels. It goes. He's 10 for 13. So much confidence.
So strong at the rim. That'll serve Daniels well here in this league.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Here's Daniels. Inside. Here's Buffkin. Uses the glass on the layup. And now it's a 9-point Atlanta lead.
If you give him any sort of space, he's gonna attack.
The Mayor passes to Antetokounmpo. Another possession, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He has been one step ahead of the defense all game long. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. And he gets it to go. He's 8 of 11 now.
It's Dame time. Whenever this team needs a big shot, he knows how to get one.
Outside Hunter. 1:43 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Count it.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Yeah, he's leaving no doubt in this one. Doing everything he can to slam the door on a comeback.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
And look at Adams keeping his composure. He doubles down on his inside shot and wins a trip to the charity stripe.
He gets the first, and that brings him within 5. He's off on the free throw, unable to get the second one to drop.
And that's a situation where you must make them all to get back into the game.
Here's Roddy. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. They'll pin that on Chris Middleton.
Man, good whistle there.
First free throw is good, and that increases the lead to 6. And so both free throws good, and it's a 7-point game.
Taking care of business at the line, and he adds some cushion to their lead.
Antetokounmpo outside. Pass to the Mayor. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Out to Lillard from downtown. The rebound by the Hawks.
At this point, I'm not sure if it's the play calling or the player himself.
There's 57 seconds left in the fourth. To the middle. Clock at 6. Stolen. Here's the Mayor. Count it!
And that could really be the game-changing moment.
I agree. What a turn of events.
That might be the play of the game.
Here's Daniels.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
40 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Middleton passes to the mayor. There's the three. Buffkin with a rebound. And he commits the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that increases the lead to 6. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
First clean look they have. I mean, they've got to take it.
Yeah, and it basically all comes down to this. If they come away empty here, this one's pretty much over.
And now we've got an intentional foul.
Steven Adams. Second personal foul. Fourth team foul.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
2 shots.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point ball game. Timeout called, Milwaukee. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
And time's running short. They just couldn't get over that hump.
Well, I've been in this spot more times than I'd like to admit. All you can do is tell your guys to hold their heads up and finish strong.
So it's Atlanta picking up the win. And remember, tonight's win means they're 1-0 in the NBA Cup. A great start to the group stage.
Well, getting that first win under your belt is huge. They still have 3 games left, but they're in a great position going forward.
And that about wraps it up. With Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long, everyone.